Marines is the champion of Jackson. Adam's just here to honor the blessing. Connor, well, he thinks that he's it. Scotty's just a lonely he'll get. Sometimes we are joined by your night. It's just that they are so quiet. You wouldn't notice that. It's the DobberCast. DobberCast. It's the DobberCast. Listen to the DobberCast, yeah.
Obviously, it is at DobberCast episode. It's the World's Edition, and we are joined by Greg, who is regional champion, top 32 contender.
Hello.
We're joined by the number one female in the game, maybe like Star Wars, the only one, Emma Gillespie.
Two. There's Ashley.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But is Ashley still playing, or is she retired?
She was there. I think. I don't know if she tried to do the LCQ. I can't remember.
I wasn't too sure. But obviously, there's myself, regional high-end contender and top 32, and then there's Adam.
I'm just here. Hi.
Now, Adam is a top-end contender at regional levels. Adam was high
when you're
up on
nationals.
potentially, but still high up there. Like, I think by the end of it, you weren't actually that far off potentially getting an invite.
No, I was 3-4 by the end of it. I was as far as I could have been after that good start.
That was as close as nice as I could have
I
possibly.
will say, only person that beat the UK champ at Nats was this idiot. So,
Oh. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I beat
lost.
Liam.
I got absolutely annihilated.
Well, hang on, you were all at Worlds. You want me to ask the questions then?
Yes, that is why you're here.
Fantastic. Glad I got my role.
Yeah.
Get started. Get started.
Terrific. Take over corner stream now. Well, how was everyone's journey to Worlds? Was it eventful? Did you all travel together, other than Greg, unless you met him somewhere?
Fuck the journey. Fuck. Emma will say as well, but now that we're back, fuck that flight pattern.
See, in my head, two hour, like I was delusional. 2 hour layovers. I was like, oh, there's one in Miami. Maybe we can go outside of No, walking, very vigorous walking at all times.
Yes, I've done the flight to America a few times. A 2 hour layover is just enough time to get from this gate to this gate.
Yeah. And then when they have delays and oh my god, on the way back, the stupid plane doors when they close.
Oh my god, I nearly killed myself. I think the worst part is, right, so like this is how our journey went, right? It should have been fucking fine. Right? The journey was a genuinely good set of stops, all this sort of stuff, right? And then one thing proceeded to absolutely screw us over at every stop, including the first one. Like,
Really?
we got fucked over in Heathrow. Like, oh my god. Oh, so we went.
How did you manage that?
Right, so here's how it went, right? So we went Glasgow, right, was the nicest part of the trip. Right? It was the only bit that didn't go tits up immediately, right? We went to Heathrow and we're sitting in the main terminal and there is no gate number associated with our flight. So we're just waiting for it to pop through. And then when it did, it was like final boarding. And I was like,
yeah.
No.
Board
now.
everyone.
Sprint. So the first sprint of the day happened. We had to absolutely bolt to the next terminal. We get there and like there must have been 200 people standing in a queue. And we're like, oh wow, everyone's been hit with the exact same panic button because there's not been a gate number.
This is probably the gate staff going, this plane needs to take off and no one's here.
They also had a broken one of the beepies.
Yes.
For the...
Yep.
What do you mean by one of the BPs? That was about
So you know how the thing where you
Church
press
was a
your
bee.
ass in to get on the plane?
Yes.
That.
Ah, right,
Yeah,
okay.
it just didn't work. So you had to still go to the front fucking desk. You still had to go through it all. The scanner, Rebecca. So we ended up
Yeah.
that flight then got us to Miami. No bother.
Right.
We've got 2 hours to go through customs, which shouldn't be too hard. It's late at night. Well, it's getting later
Aye.
at night, so it should be fine. Pick up our bag, right? And then recheck it in next to security anyway, right? Go through security and then you're at the terminal. Like that, the wee site that you can use to tell you if you've got enough time says that's plenty of time, right?
Yeah.
I got profiled. Right, Emma get through. The customs. To be fair, we got into the big queue, and there was like 3 people doing the whole of customs, and I
Right.
was like, this is going to take a while. My phone decided to fuck me, because I couldn't connect at all. My phone. I figured it out now. You've got to turn roaming on first before you even leave the country, or sometimes it bugs out and you get nothing. Turns out that's what happened. After a nice call, I think that finally got figured out. So my phone was just dead. My phone was completely useless, brick of metal, non-existent. And
For the whole trip,
the
just
whole
dead.
trip, yeah, I had Wi-Fi. When
fuck, right, okay.
when in Rome scenario, like, and we ended up we're waiting in this like long ass queue, and it's just not moving. There was like 3 people doing customs at this fucking bit.
That sounds like
And
an
I-
American TSA, to be honest.
Oh, but every other time I've went to other airports, right, I've not had that issue at all. Like, there's actually been too many TSA people at times, and then like that took forever. So we're already cutting into our time quite finely, just getting through the desk. Emma gets through because the guy goes, "What's your name?" Name said through the door. I get asked
He was so
everything.
dry.
Oh,
They are. TSA agents have no time for anyone. They don't care why you're there. They don't care what you're talking about. Move on or go in that box. That's it.
I got asked everything down to like the specifics of my height. Like it
I
was
think it's
actually
weird.
oh,
It's a
100%,
old beard,
100%,
man.
right? Like it's tied up now and it looks nice, right? But when I came off the plane, they thought we fucking got them.
Beard longer than 3 inches. Nah, that needs checked.
And like every question, and then do you know the best question, right? That fucked me. Where are you staying? And I went, oh no, I don't know the address of that one, and I can't get my phone to work. So like I managed to go on Messenger, and it had preloaded most of the messages. So I scrolled and I went, oh my god, I found it. Right, we're in. We got through, and then the fucking bags wouldn't turn up for
We were like
ages.
the last, basically.
Yeah. So like by the time we got the bags, we had to then figure out where to run to. Like, because I've never been to Miami before, so like I don't know the airport.
It was
Yeah,
so
such-
long. It was at
Yeah.
it felt like a mile. We were
I
just
genuinely didn't like that airport. I think every other one of them had like some level of like I could like this place enough. Miami sucked. Oh, it just so we end up getting to like the check-in desk. We're putting it through, and the guy goes, "You're going to go through security, and you're going to sprint because you're going to miss your flight." So I was like,
I've
okay.
never had that before. That's good.
And then Emma got in the right line. I get stuck behind the family of 12, and I was like, I'm going to murder somebody. I'm going to get arrested and tased and shot. Like it's going to happen because
Oh,
there
brilliant.
was like so many of the wee boxes, right? And I'm like, I had my wee bag in my box. I just had to put it on the fucking turnstile. Like, and there was like 18 plus boxes in front of me, and I went, we are not making this flight because I'm not getting past. And I asked the BTS agent, can I switch line? He said, no, you can't. And I went, okay, don't shoot me. Like, and he wouldn't let me change lines. So like, I was stuck behind this family that just, and then they got through. And I went, I'm going to hit somebody. Because then they were individually taking items at the box, and I was like, just take the fucking box, please. I was like begging. I found 3 religions in that moment of passing through security.
You found the last 3 religions in that.
Somebody got me on that flight. Can't confirm which one yet, but we'll figure it out. I was going mad. Oh, and then we
Go
got
through all the normal gods and like corns at the end, going, we can cause problems later.
oh yeah, like we got through, and then we had to sprint. We made that flight just. But when that guy at check-in don't know about you, Emma, right? But the guy at check-in said, like, oh, you take the right, you go down the hall, and you take a left. Not telling us that it was like,
Oh,
yeah, not telling us that it was a
Miles.
metric mile. Like, honestly, it was so long.
I felt like I was just looping at times.
Hang on, you would be a metric mile. It's America. It's freedom
Oh
units.
yeah. It was a freedom mile. It was a freedom mile. It was a sprint. I was done. And I'm fat, right? So like I am not equipped for running for flights, right? I am supposed to be like stretchered to hospitals, right? That's the scenario we're under.
That
And
was
it
your
just
workout for the weekend, Connor. That's it.
I cried. Oh.
Oh.
And then after that flight, we get to Orlando. I again couldn't get my phone to work, so like trying to get a taxi sorted was a nightmare. Didn't know whether or not. Well, I was told, right, Ben and Nathan would not be picking us up. It's too late at night. I actually now
Right.
also see it in the text in the message chat, right? So I also know I was going to be a bit cheeky if I did ask them, and I was expecting the answer to be no. So I thought I'll just sort a taxi.
Yeah.
How much
And it-
was that taxi?
That taxi should have been $80, right?
How much did that taxi
Uh-huh.
turn out to be?
That taxi, right, via the proud Bank of Scotland system that kept saying it's fucking fraud, right, didn't let me book said taxi, right? And do you know what I discovered as well, right? That fucking right. So the first time I put it in
Keep
Uber,
going,
right,
isn't
it was like
Uh-huh.
$72, right? And the Bank of
Right.
Scotland goes, oh, we think that's fraud. We're going to stop you. Thank you, Bank of Scotland. The problem is, right, they say then, oh, just remake that payment, right? Wasn't the same fucking cost the second time I put it in. It went up to like $82, right? Do you know what
Ooh,
Bank
okay.
of Scotland did?
Not
They
bad.
says, that looks like fraud. Just make that payment again. It never stayed the same price, so they kept saying it was fraud. I couldn't get it back to the same cost at all. So Uber was done. Luckily, some kind-souled man who had a will to make $1 says, I'll get you there for $1.20, and I said, yes sir, I'll take that offer. Fucking get in the car.
Jeez.
I find this out when we get to the place.
Yes.
Or just you would be driven there by just some guy who got paid $120.
He did do it.
Yep.
He actually did do it through Uber, right? And he did show me the cost was like 101, and he obviously added a
Right.
couple extra to it. And
That was daylight
I was-
robbery, I'm sorry.
no, that
Yeah,
was
it
that
was
was a
a-
kind soul, and it was nighttime. There was no daylight in the sky, and there was no Wi-Fi in the air.
Sorry,
right?
nighttime
I mean, you could
robbery.
have always just messaged them in there.
I couldn't get in, I couldn't get internet consistently.
signal
though,
And he
as
didn't
well.
ask me. I was not told, hey, I don't have internet. Can you check with the guy so I don't lose my full inheritance
Again-
of everything?
again, I was
sometimes
also-
you go out your way to make things harder for yourself.
I
You do
was
know that,
told
don't you?
I was told I'm not getting a fucking lift at 11 at night.
None of them would have been asleep. I bet nobody in that house was asleep at that
No.
point.
Oh no! The best thing is
When?
the two of them were waiting for us to call them.
We waited up for these two to get there. So they were like, we'll pick them up, we'll wait for them to let us know they've landed. And then they walk through the bloody door.
Oh, I hope you hit both of them. Oh no, Emma's fine. It's not Emma's fault. I hope you hit
I'm aware.
We just turned the door and we all just went,
It's like, hiya. I'm a
You're
bit-
a tip.
Nobody told me I was getting a lift. Nobody. No. The announcement. But the announcement was
Yeah.
never made of lift was accessible option. I was told no.
First thing I would have thought was, maybe with Chancellor Armstead it's spending
To be
over
fair,
$100.
Between me getting told that I'm a fraudster, right, to the guy coming up to us, there wasn't genuinely that much of a gap of time in general.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like
it
minute.
was all like within a minute, yeah. And at this point,
thing
and at this point, right,
$80.
Also
Let me be
bet-
cheeky and first.
also bear in mind, right, we have genuinely nearly missed every single flight that day, right? We shouldn't, by all rights, we shouldn't even have got to Orlando.
my bank's on for this payment. I'll message the guys, or I'll get Emma to message the guys.
Aye.
Listen,
Well,
a
we
messenger
finally
from
get
God
there.
messaged us first.
Right, you finally get to the place you're staying. Oh, $120 lighter than you started the day out on. But where were you? So, was it one big UK house then?
Yes.
Was that what it
It
was?
was so big. Like how
Is that what-
the corridors just went for miles. Like it was like the
what was it?
Miami
Something about-
airport.
Oh, damn, like something about Florida mansion, was it, where you were staying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice. Did anyone take any pictures?
No.
I took a picture of my room,
I was gonna say what it looked like, but never mind.
mostly because of reasons that I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
can-
yeah. Yeah, the cup chair.
Okay, you're just gonna say it.
It's my channel.
Oh,
We're
it was
gonna
just a
do.
chair in the corner.
There was a
Oh,
Okay, fair enough. That's fucking great. Okay, so other than Emma's lone chair in the corner, was the accommodation good then? Everyone?
There was a few down around the place.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a
Well-
really good accommodation, to be fair.
Well, how many of you was there? Because I know there's a whole bunch of you, but I don't actually know the right number.
what? 12? Was it 12? I don't know.
13?
Some.
I think it was 12.
Was it 12?
12 of you?
Yeah, I think it was 12, yeah.
Fair enough. 12 of you. That's still a good amount of people to get going. And then there were lots and lots of practice games on the Friday night where everyone questions the deck decisions. I know that
Yeah.
Emma took every card that they collectively own with them to America, so Murray couldn't play the game.
I did that with
Basically.
Fire and iPad.
Well, because everyone's
Well,
suitcase
I
was
think he's
so was everyone's suitcase like a change of shirt and then folders of cards.
Yep.
That everyone's probably brought with them.
Yep.
Connor had a
That-
shoebox of loose cards with him.
No, not really. I actually probably was the most prepared for what I was
No,
playing.
you weren't. I
Yeah.
got the message on Friday saying I'm swapping to Pony.
Oh, listen, no. Whether or not I had issues on the Friday, right? I didn't bring Pony, right? I was given Pony and I said, this is fun. I've not got enough repetition of this. And also, I was tripping myself up because it was getting far too late. And clearing the pool and discarding from the pool mentally brought me down. There was just
Okay.
Yeah.
there was too
Yeah.
many
I know.
cards that were like, did this card get discarded or did this card get removed? And I went, there's 2 dice already for like an interaction. I can't be fucked.
Did
It's
you
not-
then
it's
discount
not-
Ace Maneuver and something else?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, we all got to the place there. Well, you two had a journey. Greg, was your journey as eventful, or did you get on a plane and get to
Mine was
America?
fine. Honestly,
Fair
mine was fine. It was no bother.
Did you do a
The only
smart thing of
bother
like flying just to Florida?
Yeah, I went from Manchester straight to Florida, so that was
Yeah.
spot on,
That
to be fair.
sounds nice.
Yeah, it was,
I
it
wish
was lovely, to be honest.
Scotland had that option.
Should have just flown to Manchester then across.
That's still another stop. To be fair.
It's,
Oh.
at least you would have been in the same country for it.
I think we looked it up though. We went through a bunch of flights, to be fair, and like there was no, so like the moment we went to do some form of direct flight, it went up by like 300 quid each.
Mm.
Like
Right, okay, that's not really worth it then.
we kind of got priced out of potentially easier options, and that was the best
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It also
Mm.
should have been fine. I'm still standing by that. It should have been fine.
This is like me flying to Texas for the first time. It should have been fine.
Should have been.
Night in Canada.
Love Canada. Love you, Canada.
Great fun. Right, so everyone's
Sounds
managed to get. That wasn't Connor's fault. No, Connor helped me fly by myself, but getting up in Canada was just Canadian Air being top drawer.
Good times.
So we all got there, and we're all ready to play the next day. We've all obviously had our woes of getting our asses kicking Friday, not knowing what's going to happen. So what was everyone playing? We go around. We'll start with Greg. What were you playing, Greg?
I played Rhino 1 on the Saturday.
Ooh, very interesting. So you full destruction deck then, or were you just really using that as
Pretty much,
pressure whilst keeping it on?
It was essentially 4-check tribal with a lot of foundation destruction and damage reduction and resets and stuff like that to try and stave off ponies and things like that. So
Right, fair. Sounds good. I think I played against, who was it? Tax evasion. And the Nats, so I know the traumatizing deck when your deck doesn't seem to work against the land destruction decks. That sounds great fun for their opponents. Connor, I'm going to guess you were on.
I was playing Universes. Thanks, chat. I was obviously Godzilla, who then potentially switched to Pony, but then also potentially switched to a different Zilla, and then went back to my original Zilla.
Of course you did. Did you wake up on a Saturday and just like roll a dice to see what you were taking with you?
So the only thing I had in my bag when we were traveling was my Godzilla deck, because was it hell being the thing I lost in my suitcase? Like,
Fair, fair.
it's the only thing that went through security with us was a Godzilla deck and a book. No, we had they gave us a 8 2-check pony that was hella fun, but it was just too many repetitions, and I was like, I'll trip up playing this. There's no point.
What was your other 2-check?
The
Oh, you got Lethal Slash, what's the other one?
Lethal Slash
Uh,
and
Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
right, okay,
Fun
Lightning,
as
yeah,
hell.
yeah, that makes sense.
I would legit build that. It was fun. But yeah, try to get like the reps down on it. I was like, this isn't going to happen in time. And then
Fair enough.
we managed to convince Nathan Squire to play Zilla. I did it to everyone, it's fine. And I basically was talking to him about how like there was a low Zilla version I was looking at building on Chaos and the one on Earth. And then,
They're both very easy to build.
and then we built it. And he went, this is way funner than Endeavour that he was testing. And then he
Yeah.
switched to Zilla. But if
Aye,
he
what
said,
was
but if he
the-
said no, I was going to take that Zilla. That low Zilla actually was just like, oh, I love this.
Oh yeah, you kick someone in the shins until they're at a low box, but the
Yep.
kicks to the shins are like from Godzilla, so no one takes
Yeah.
hands up long. And then lastly, Emma, what were you after taking every card you had Codone with you? What did you play?
So I was picking between Kneecapped Bert,
Yeah,
Ymir, Hanj, and Toga.
all-star
I-
list. Okay,
I got reps in with. I didn't touch Bert. I was scared to be fair.
Fair.
Ymir didn't come out of her box, so I was
Alright.
mostly testing Hanj. I tested like Toga like once, was like not feeling it, and then I had Hanj with the fucking action.
combined.
Yeah, I had hands
Right.
combined that I was playing, and then I also had the cards for your hands. So I
right, okay.
tested both, and then I ended up kind of going away from the combined, but changing the attacks slightly to be more
Right.
what I was playing before.
Fair. That's fair enough. Oh, at
Um,
least some of my deck idea got to that. Is like one was at least.
if I'd
How was
realised,
it?
it was fine. I think if I'd realised Pony was because like our meta doesn't really play Pony. But if
Yeah.
I'd realised, I'd have built that before I went down. Honestly.
Oh yeah, no, a pony 100%. I don't. I think we'd all heard like definitely up north we'd heard rumbles of pony, and I don't think any of us had ever seen it played. Is the issue? So we kind of went, well, what the fuck does pony do? She's
So-
weird. I don't know what she does. And then
During
obviously
testing-
watching Worlds, it's like, oh, that's what the fuck she does. Damn.
On the Friday, I only played against Ben, playing Pony into my decks. It was
Right.
great. Had a good time.
Oh,
It was
Oh, well,
helpful.
I mean, at least you get the reps in, I guess, against it. At least.
It's one of those.
Never
It's
seen it,
hard to
but
get
oh
reps
well.
into the deck because we just kill turn 2 every game, and it's like, did you draw the pieces to live turn 2 or not?
Yeah, I suppose that's very much like we used to have with Ken or Akuma back in the day. But that was very
I
much.
never
if
went
you-
more than turn 2.
No, Akuma went more than turn 2 if you didn't draw admission fees. If you
Yeah.
didn't find one of the 4 in the deck, then you went past turn 2. And then Ken went, did I build 3 foundations? That's good enough.
Yeah.
I'll ready them anyway, so don't worry about it. So, well, it sounds like everyone had fun and a new nightmare to play against as well. Oh yeah,
I'm
you were
gonna
going to go
build
take. You're going to build. I can imagine we're going to see that on Saturday. I can actually play on Saturday. I built so many decks I want to play. I can't wait. I just remember, Greg, you were in Take recovery girl right up until he took her out the back and shot her.
Yeah. I was fully prepared to play her, and then I saw the nerf, and then it made me very sad. So
I can imagine because the deck you were building was miserable, but it would have done really well as a difference.
yeah, they would have ate Pony alive. That was the idea, was that kind of thing. But obviously, because of DR getting nerfed with Mimic and then Recovery Girl getting hit, it was just that decks like Pony just flourish. So,
Yeah, of course. We get way to live in the aggro meta, and we all get to enjoy it together.
yeah.
I mean, we kill each other fast now. That's it. Get Karasu back out again. If I'm going sec first, I'll be fine. Right, so that takes us into day one then. Oh, actually, did anyone play in the LCQ, or did you all just go ahead and just like play practice games?
Weren't allowed, I don't think.
Yeah, we weren't allowed.
Oh, fair
Yeah.
enough. So you just got reps in then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
pretty
only
much.
person for us that played the LCQ was Dan. He came over.
Ah, Big Dan.
Just,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
Big Dan came over just to play in the LCQ.
Fair enough. I don't think he made it, did he?
Nah,
Sadly
no.
not.
I can't
No,
remember
unfortunately,
whereabouts he
yeah.
plays, but I think he had a bunch of like really rough games.
Right.
Some of the players were stacked.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
it was a stacked LCQ. It was more cutthroat than the world, I think. to be honest.
Oh, damn, right. Okay. Oh, was it all the top players who didn't make it somehow were in this? Oh, damn, okay. That's a
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
line up then.
It's the fact
Okay.
it's like top 8 get there and then there's no top 3 either. It's like rounds of Swiss and then done.
Mm.
I suppose it keeps it quick for especially getting it done in one day, but that's rough for everyone that's playing against it. All right, well, Big Dan, we love you, but hopefully we see everyone gets the words next time then.
Yeah.
Right, for day one then, how was it? I don't really want to ask anyone at once, so you just go for it at this point. Silence. Anyone? How was day one? Anyone? Anyone? Oh,
So my day was how many people of a high caliber can I get fucking paired into straight away?
oh, you had
Same.
fun game. Aye, I saw your two
Yeah.
matchups. So
So-
shared the link.
First game in is against Corey Nelson. I'm like, oh, that's the guy who finished second at Nats. Oh, fuck me then. Like, but he didn't have obviously Recovery Girl. He switched to Dark Deku because obviously the Recovery Girl banning basically. So I think that kind of evened us up a little bit. Now I just take a look.
Was
at
it a
total.
miserable Dark Deku? Oh, if you went too
They
long, I
were
don't
they
imagine
were
it was the
all
miserable Dark Deku.
Every
Right, okay.
Deku I played during that event was miserable. Like,
Was it the miserable
Yeah.
sit here until like an OTK deck?
yeah, pretty much.
Right, okay.
Within reason.
Yeah,
That's
right.
basically I think what every one of them was doing.
Yeah.
There's a special fire for all them to jump in of. It's boring as hell to play against.
I managed to just kind of like, I think I went first. He built, I turned to him, and then
Yeah.
essentially rinse and repeat for game 2. There was a
Yeah.
bit more of a back and forth, but like I had enough of like a good momentum.
You mean he
going.
had a cape or something out, so he got to like survive an attack?
No, I think no, I don't think so. I don't even know if he got a cape.
Oh,
I
fair
can't
enough.
remember.
I imagine the 4 Krakens went
It was
though.
it was a fairly fast game in the grand scheme of things.
Not too bad then.
But it was pretty. I'm not saying easy going because I think if he had the character he wanted to play, I was probably fucked.
Yeah, I suppose it was because he's only, was it 2 weeks
He's-
before Worlds?
yeah,
His
and
character he was
Corey
playing gets
Nelson's
banned,
always
and he
played.
has to knee jerk across to something else. His
Yeah.
backup deck
Yeah.
essentially, which is going to be really hard, especially if in the 2 weeks' time he's maybe not got the practice and he
Yeah,
wanted
gotta
to.
get the reps in,
That's going to be
yep.
tough to go into, especially if we're going into one of the big aggro decks of Amzilla built 5 turn 1. If I draw well, you're dead.
Yeah, I
Can't
mean,
believe that's a
obviously,
Zilla thing. That's the meta.
yeah, because obviously I was playing like the rogue deck of the event, so I mean, like it is what it is.
I'm
But
pretty sure Zilla had one of the highest percentages turned out on the day.
no, I don't know.
He was on the chart.
No, I heard rogue deck. I'm pretty sure I'm a rogue deck. Like,
You want to be a road deck is what you want to be.
game 2, I get paired into Travis, who, as we know, was the guy
Uh-huh.
who won the US Nationals, and I went, "You got to be fucking kidding!"
You got both.
You damn fucking
Damn.
right. I got both. I went, well, I was like, well, I'm going
Damn,
one
that's
here.
tons of fun.
His Krista deck was crazy fun to play against, though, to be fair. I definitely don't have the reps against it, but after game 1, I fumbled game 1 hard. I realised what I should have done.
Yeah.
Basically, I think I blew up the board slightly too early.
Oh,
And that was
That
what
was
cost.
clever.
I feel like that's what cost me
8%.
at least round 1. Game 2, I just didn't see the attacks until it was already too late. And he turned 2s,
Yeah.
like not turn 2s, maybe he wins game 2. I just didn't. I was like, I think at one point, I went something like 11 attacks in, and he blocked and dealt everything away from me. And I was like, yeah, I can string this aggressively. I think he was impressed when I got to like 9 attacks in though, and he was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy's still swinging. But his board state was just like, I need
was
to do
this
something.
was this a crystal that just does the base? Pretty much doesn't have any damage pumping it. Like hits you for like 5.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
basically just
Kind of
draws a
thing.
crazy amount. I think at one point
Yeah.
he drew like 12 cards. I was
Right,
like,
okay.
yeah, as you do.
Draws
well,
and stuns and
draws and
stacks.
stuns, and and pretty much just says, I hope I have enough cards in hand to live kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um,
You play any other big names that day?
I think that was the main. I would arguably say that was the main two. Like, I'm trying to think. So like Corey, that one. Then I won my next game. And I can't remember. I think that was Peyton I played, but I think he got in through the LCQ.
Right.
I got to play KJ from Akihabara, the Australian lot. He was also
yeah,
a
okay.
Dark Deku. I managed to pull him to a draw, and I was
Nice.
the only person. I was the only European that he didn't beat over the weekend.
Nice.
Because he fucking annihilated me for a fucking 30+30 thing. And I went, yep, cool, that's the one shot combo, let's fucking go. And then I turned two of them, and then we ran out of time in game 3. I was like, it's like, fuck your 30 damage, I'm just doing that turn 2, let's go. Game 3.
Well, you are the man I know of going, Hal, there's 8 minutes left in the round and it's currently a draw. I got this. As he strangles someone to death with Goro back in the day.
I think there was a small chance I could, if I had a couple more attacks, there was a pretty high chance, I should say, that I probably had won game 3. I just didn't see into them when we had so little time left. We basically like build. I was like, fuck this, block board. Like, not having him getting any advantage. Then we build. And then I went in for an attack run and then just didn't see the rest of the gas kind of thing.
That's rough.
I can't even think who else I played. Right, I played Travis.
I can't access the event, so I can't even look at it as a commentator.
Travis, Corey. Peyton, I can't remember what he was on now, which is terrible. Oh, Jesus, that's terrible. Akihabara, 2 Dark Dekus, Krista, 1 Edge shot that was played with Clinton. God, there was like 3 games. I didn't play Ben. Technically, we ID'd in the last round. He was on Ghidorah. But I can't remember the other 2 off the top of my head.
I got into the event because I remember I got shared it. You went up against Korean.
Yep. So that was.
Then you were up against Travis Tangerman.
Yep.
That's a big one. That's a big one to go up to.
Yep.
Then you were into Peyton K.
It was Peyton. Yep. I can't remember.
And
he
then
was playing,
you had your game against KJ.
He was on Sasha. That was the funnest shit ever.
Was it like food Sasha?
It was
like,
fucking.
The momentum section.
It was cool. I was just very aggressive.
I can guess that. Yeah. Then you were up against Mitchell C.
Oh, Mitch. Aye. So he's the guy that got the Wish Tournament character from.
So he was, yeah.
He was on
Hange,
and I misplayed horrendously. Game 1, he gets the win. Game 2, he just seen gas. Yeah.
Oh, but I did the 700 build to goal kind of situation. Yeah. Right. Cool. And then your round 6 opponent was Clinton T. Which you won again. And you ID'd against Ben.
Yeah, and KJ was the other one. That was the other person you missed.
Yeah.
No,
I said KJ.
Oh, did you? Sorry. He was after. Was he after Mitch or before Mitch?
Before.
Was it before?
I think he was round 3.
I think it was before.
He was round 4 for you, and round 5 was Mitch.
Right, aye. but overall, like, really, like, the games were fun. Like,
yeah. I'm glad you had a good time. Right, who wants to go next?
I can go.
Yeah, someone said something. Greg is less talkative than Emma. That's only Matt could do that.
I just can't remember who I played, bro.
I can look the opposite difference. I've got that now. I can tell you.
I'm prepared, don't worry.
The host is ready.
You have access as well.
So, I played a 7-hander for the first time since my first UFS competitive event, like many moons ago.
Right.
It's like 6-handers is like where I like to chill. I was going to play Bert got shot. I had a little bit of practice of Hange. Like I didn't like to have a lot more than that, but she's really fun to play. I went round 1 into the deck that just seems to be my Achilles heel, Mineta 2.
Oh,
So,
aye, because you're up against OC. You're up against Richard O, aren't you?
OC's
fucking Mineta. It's a
what-
hellish deck to play against.
I learned he'd been playing the same deck for 3 years in a row. It was very good.
Oh, well, I can imagine it's quite well
Yeah.
out at that point, aye.
Like most of my stuff has froze. I always have momentum. I am a gazillion hand size, and your attacks are 0 speed forever. Was the deck.
Yep.
That's awful.
That's banana.
Yeah. Tried my hardest. Didn't work out. I won round 2 against Shamir. Another
Right,
guy
okay.
from OCE. Half
Yep.
of my tournament was against Australia, funnily enough.
You put half of Australia out. I can't believe it.
I didn't put half them out. I only put I got the like
to stand together, Emma, damn it.
Yeah, the international killer, Emma.
the like I got to is it grenade? I don't think it's grenade something. The asset.
Grenadier
Grenadier.
bracers.
Yeah, I got to like double damage of it, and my opponent was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I play Lunar Ring, I activate Grenadier bracers. Well, shit.
Yeah, because like they couldn't block, but I think they thought they were able to gain enough life until I'm like, I will commit this for plus this many.
It's a sad card to lose at a hand, but yeah, you still got Lunar Ring at the very least.
Yeah. I fought against 2 Dart Dekus.
Great.
It was that point that I realised that my
You play
Genkais in the
KJ as well.
sights. Yeah, I played both KJ and Zane.
Yeah.
I believe Zane, I could be wrong, but Zane made the deck, or was the
Right.
creator of the monstrosity
think
that
he was,
is
yeah.
Phantom
Yeah.
Threat
Aye.
Deku.
Right, okay. Did you not bring your Genkais in, or did you bring your
Oh.
Genkais in?
I brought them in, but the fact I didn't have them game 1
Yeah.
was very unfortunate.
Yes, I have gone back to my deck list and put them in the main board. Is the difference because I've had the deck because I had a reshuffle the deck after I played it because I never got a chance to fix it before anyone asked me for it. So I sent to Murray, went, Murray, this is my deck. It's not been updated. Assuming Murray will Murray it. No, I'm sorry about that.
To be fair, but I don't think Murray even had a look at that one, to be honest. It was mostly me trying to freeball it, and I don't make decks.
Fair enough.
But-
I mean, just have kind of a bash at it. I mean, I've got the new version of the deck. I can share that with you if you like to play it.
But-
The new
It's
version
what-
does have them in the main board.
As much as I lost, I really enjoyed playing against the Dark deck, because I think because like I played the Void version like a couple of regionals ago, so I was like,
Yeah.
I am in for this chess match.
I still remember when I played into Luke Quincy and I sat there with sat there holding every single Genkais I possibly could, every single damage reset in that death deck going, nope.
Oh. Like I got to bring in the Heroes Uprisings, which was funny. Like stop myself dying as soon. I also almost didn't die. I had a Genkai against Zane's kill turn,
Right.
and then got good verse eviled.
Oh,
And I heard it.
Ooh, that hurts. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like I needed 2 Genkais, but I just didn't have them.
Yeah, needing 2 Genkais is a tricky
Yeah.
one to do. Aye.
Though my absolute favourite game, I got stomped. Didn't think I was going around 2, but I'll tell you why. So
Right.
Devil Jin,
Uh-huh.
a guy called Franklin was playing it. It was like kind of as you'd expect.
Yeah.
You had Titan Armbar and Camouflage Counter were your stuff you'd bring up. So the 5 Death Foundation, it's got like Zeke's face on it. It's-
The machinations or something like that. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you mill 1 if your attack is ranged or a Titan, I think is the
Yeah.
requirement. You pick it up, and obviously those are Titan / ranged cards. So basically,
Yes.
every second attack he was able to Omni block, but
Ooh.
he had 1 card in hand.
Yep.
I had gas. I had Hunters of Gas game 2. I Genkai's him because I'm like, well, if he's got no cards in hand, then we're good.
No worries. So yeah, he was playing Zilla round one, which obviously was a scary matchup because obviously I've played Zilla before for regionals and stuff and played against it, so I know what the deck's like.
Yep.
And it was quite a comfortable win on my end. By the end of the last game, didn't have a single foundation. He knew that if he played any foundations, I was just going to blow them up. So it was a case of he was just trying to throw C rampages and attacks, and hopefully he wasn't checking 5. Hopefully he wasn't checking 3s. Kept checking 3s. So I just kept willing him down, got him down with like Ravages and Wars and stuff, so he couldn't stack his momentum for Godzillas and things like that. So so that was a nice round one. And then round 2, I come up against Ben on Pony.
Okay, so evaporated then.
Absolutely pumps me. Round 2, 2-0. It was horrendous. I think it was the best in testing that he'd played the deck, like the best run he'd had. And it was just a case of like it would be in the tournament kind of thing. So,
Yeah, of course. The day he needs it, it happens. Which I mean, I can't blame anyone for that.
literally, like it was just at the start of the line moment. Everything was just like the second game. It was a case of I'd DR'd stuffed card pool, etc., kind of thing, to the point where the only way he could kill me, he had 1 foundation left and Pony up.
Yep.
The only way he could kill me for perfect lethal was play a maximum hardening into a lethal slash, checking a 5, committing 1 foundation because it's on a 6. Then not being able to clear with Pony because it doesn't have enough counters, responding with a lethal slash, and then playing Spirit Slash, which gets the extra 1 damage it needs to kill me, checking a 5, committing Pony, does all that. So it was just like, yep, all right, nice.
Oh, you hate for it to happen, but at the same time, you love watching it. You're sitting going, go on, check the 5, do it, kill me.
Not against me, no.
Which is me at that point.
So that threw me a little bit. Then round 3, I had Jonathan on Ghidorah, which was a slog and a half. I think game 1 I went to nearly 30 foundations.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, you and Jonathan against that one, right? Okay.
I was, yeah. And I went to nearly 30 foundations at that point in game 1, just to try and push through and kill him, because I was keeping his board down to about 6 and 7, and I just built out because I knew he was getting rid of my attacks, getting rid of his resources, etc., that kind of thing, and eventually managed to take it.
Yeah.
And then game 2, I think it was a 2, I might be mistaken, but it was a case of just he couldn't build out quick enough, and I just kept his resources down and managed to get the win that way. So it was 2-1 going into lunch, which I wouldn't complain about. Then I think it was Broberg after that.
Broberg, this next. It's just
Broberg. Yeah, I had Broberg 4th round on Hange, and similar to like what people like Mitchell and Mike were playing, the deck felt absolutely ridiculous. I did have to. The games were close. He did 2-0 me, but the games were both fairly close. I'd like to think. I made him work for it, but yeah, it was a brutal game. Just obviously looping things like the Beast Titan attacks to get his range attacks and stuff back like that, giving damage to everything. The deck was fantastic.
It's a very brutal. Hammer 700 only checks 4s and has plus and minus damage on face.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
It was amazing to see play, and obviously I didn't see why he ended up winning in the end. The deck was fantastic. He played really well. Then after that, I think I had Eridan, I want to say, but I don't remember the name of the player, unfortunately.
Garrett K.
Yes, Garrett. He was a lovely lad. And I did misplay a little bit, not getting Kaiser when I should have game 2. But yeah, ended up losing that one. So it was similar to a deck that Declan had played in Nationals, Eridan Breaker kind of thing.
The Breaker 6. Well, where I saw on
the
board, but Godzilla went, I'm blowing up the board.
Yeah. A little bit less leaning into the Breaker with a bit more value and things like World's Weakest Hunter now that the DR's gone and stuff like that, so it actually hits.
Of course,
yeah, the deck worked really well. It was just a bit of a bit annoying that I lost to it because I think it was a 2-1 loss, and the third game
it was,
I should have Genkized and didn't because I got greedy and thought, I can block, forgetting he had a momentum vertical. I was like, oh damn. So that was that, and then after that I play against Chris Smith, I think, on Yumia.
Yep.
which was absolutely probably one of my best, if not my best game of the weekend. That was absolutely
All right.
amazing. Like, it was so much back and forth with the maths against Jamea. There's obviously running immortal shapeshifters with the response check 5 gain of health with the 3
Yep.
diff that give plus or minus damage. But then obviously I run greatest goal that destroys when either player destroys plus 2 or minus 2 damage. So doing the maths on that, I'm sure at one point in the first game we spent 20 minutes on one attack that was hitting a backup just so he couldn't get his Tetra Terror to search his bin.
Bloody hell.
That was nearly my entire stage at that point while he was destroying foundations, and then I think he went through his deck on that turn, just checking 5s on 3 mortal shapeshifters to get the damage. And I think I used my Rhino reset and an Armored Titan Rush reset and the things to try and get that sorted, but I just couldn't get them. So then we ended up drawing because game 3, I just couldn't. Time gets cold and I just can't draw. I don't draw the gas.
Yeah.
Which was a kind of a recurring thing in a couple of my rounds. I either draw all my attacks early and can't build, or I don't draw my attacks late when I need them, which was a little bit. It's just the deck being unfortunate. It was what it was. So we have the conversation. We decided just do the draw as we planned, because obviously it gives us both a chance. At that point, we were both on the cusp.
Yep.
So last round, I come up against one of the Let's Talk UVS guys. Lovely lad, playing Bionic Menace. I don't remember the lad's name, sorry.
Ross.
I'm gonna meet him again.
Ross.
Ross, yeah. So it was a fantastic game. He was just the entire time saying, "Oh, I love your deck. It's great." And while I was blowing foundations and everything, and just like, "Is it great?" Kind of thing.
That's a great fun whole board gone.
Literally, I did really like his deck as well. It was really interesting to see Bionic Menace doing his thing, and managed to win that out and squeak my way into top 32. So I can't complain.
Nice. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone for first day, and Connor and Greg for making the top 32. Very well done, everyone. I'm sure everyone had a fantastic first day. I'm sure everyone was absolutely bloody knackered by the end of the day as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there was grand plans of going out afterwards or not, and everyone just went to bed.
No,
More or less.
no. I remember what I found that night.
You found a bar, didn't you?
No, we went to Walmart and I found my fucking
Oh, yeah,
cider. So I had 6.
Wait, I thought it was a beer in the middle of the queue, like, not a cider.
No, but I found my Angry Orchard cider.
Oh, you found Angry Orchard, right? Okay, then
Yeah.
yes, you were a happy bunny then.
You honestly, I wish somebody had filmed the fucking neck crack 90-degree turn I did, right? Walking through that Walmart, don't know anything at all, and then just snapped to attention. I'm like, there's a whole they're everywhere.
I'm assuming he was like almost walked past it, and then he
100%,
turned into it.
100%, aye, like.
Oh,
Because
fantastic.
it's all different design. Like the way they've got it is like, and the wee holders and everything, the fun carry.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that as a thing, because obviously we would just buy the bottle up here.
Yeah.
So like I just didn't. I just wasn't anticipating seeing the logo. Like...
It's understandable at the very least. Well, I'm hoping everyone got a good enough rest the second day, and everyone got to look at their opponent's deck list the following day and shit themselves.
I looked at my opponent's name, never mind my deck list, bro.
I was going to say, you got Timmy 2 belts, and I probably would have crawled on the table and cried myself to sleep at that point.
I was like, well...
Tim is fantastic, absolutely lovely. Met him years ago back at one of the UK Nats. Great guy. I'm also absolutely terrified to see that name going up against you, because he is a wizard with the game.
Yeah. You say that, it was actually quite close.
How was the game against them?
Fine, to be honest. Like, I lost 2-0, but the games were so close, got them down to single digits both games.
Oh, damn, very nice.
So, obviously, misplayed a little bit, game 2. Went to go Hero's Upbringing as Yamiya, forgetting the tattered cloth or whatever the fucking Deku asset's called stops actions as well. I forgot that again. I could forget it the day before as well. So that was fun. So I gave him an extra card, which was I think might have been one of the attacks he needed to kill me. So it was like, oh,
right.
But Yeah, it was close. Like I say, both games were very close, and he was a fan of my deck. So I'll take it. I said to myself, if I made day 2, I'd be happy. So
I would have been exactly the same. Well, I'm glad you had a good game against them. That's a good name to go out to as well.
100%. I wasn't just some no one.
Fantastic. Connor, you got the sad UK mirror match, didn't you?
Yep, my eternal mirror matches against Ben. I started my year last year with a loss to him in Top Cuts, and I didn't fucking change that scenario this year.
You know what? At least you're consistent. He was playing. At least you made top 32 and then were evaporated clean out of top 22 by Pony. So I mean, you made it.
It was a super close 2-1 game though.
Yes, I see that. Aye.
So game 1 he goes first, builds. I build. He tickled me a little bit. I hit him for 22. We go to game 2 where Pony just got to really do Pony stuff. I had very little interaction in that second game.
Right. Okay.
Game 3, super back and forth.
Right.
We get to a point, like, I think I was close to turn 2 in him. He builds really, really aggressively, and I was like, I think I could, like, go in on this. So I play, like, City Rampage, and then I play Stomp. So I go City Rampage, I go Stomp. I'm only holding a Walk the Dog. He won't commit anything to fucking save himself. Like, I want anything committable at all. No. He had one committed. So I was like, right, fuck it, I'll get the +1 to this check. So I'm floating with a +3 check, right? He then goes, I'll take the damage. And I go, oh, you cheeky bastard. I'm going to award the victor and +5 to my check. Fucking walk the dog. Check on an 8. Check the 3, get the +5, gets the 8. I was like, right, cool. If I draw one more attack, this will be lovely. This might be the greatest way to finish. No, Foundation fucked it. But it would have been absolutely such a sequence.
Nothing worse than you go, I need to draw an attack, and you've triggered like 7 draw effects and go,
because obviously
here's an orange card.
Yeah, because I draw off of the smashing stomp, dealing damage, get nothing. I draw off the dog, get nothing. I was just wasn't seeing that one attack.
Oh, that's rough.
Where it hit a point where it was like arguably it was game. Like we kind of like talked about it after it, such, and it was like pretty convincingly like it probably would have been game after it.
Yeah.
But I took the loss quite hard, to be fair.
You did,
because it was just so close. I think that it
Yeah,
wasn't
it's a
like
really-
see if I got blown out 2-0, fair dues. I go next door and we do some fun stuff. I think it was the fact that it was like he was on 2 health when he kills me, and I'm just like,
Easy
yeah, one attack and partial was lethal and all that sort of stuff. And I was just like, I definitely apologise because I still. I know, like people have talked me about it. I still feel like I sharked him in one of the calls. He basically goes, what's that one? Season advantage, maximum harden, plays his lethal slash, goes to blitz, and then was like, and I was like, you're on blitz now. Like you've like actively like went to that step without doing the response off of the season, for instance, to clear it and stuff. And I think it was because of a previous game in the event where I just genuinely felt, it felt sharky and like the response of how the game against me had happened.
I mean, that was completely different though.
Yeah, but it's still, I think for me, because I'm playing a friend as well, like it still felt like that kinda like
you don't want to be that type of guy, but you're playing top 32 at World, so it is always a play for this type of thing.
That guy.
Yeah, you shake hands and say, I'll see you in an hour and a half kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'll have a beer after this no matter what happens, but for this next 90 minutes, we're not friends.
Yeah, I did get Ben with the mind games though. I did have the cat backwards, the Minecraft glasses were on. He wasn't ready for it. The flaw of those glasses is you can't see shit, so it didn't help me. So I had to take them off.
Oh, you tried.
I did try though. I should have brought the paper play mat. That's what I was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh paper play that would have been good.
Paper play mat at World, sure.
for the wrong game as well. Fully wrong game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Well, I'm glad everyone had a fantastic time there. Well done to everyone, obviously, for how well you placed. Never actually getting to one of the first place is fantastic. Having so many UK people and obviously two of the Scottish mob getting there as well was great. Obviously, every rest of us need to try harder this year. So, congrats, everyone. I'm sure we'll all try and invade Greg every now and again to steal his events off and try and get some extra points. And I think the next big event for us is away in
Down
effect
south?
down south, isn't it? Somewhere near
Plane.
Claxton. A plane. I am not
Shells.
driving you all that distance.
Nah, that's a flight scenario.
It's a plane
Yeah.
and a train. So
Yeah.
yes, that's the next time we'll get our winning event. But going back to Worlds, talk about the final, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the big thing. I think I'll go first. My first thought is that Travis could not have gone into a worse matchup against Broberg's deck, in my opinion. Oh, I played base damage attacks, and Hanj sits there and laughs her ass
Yeah.
off, unfortunately, at that. With -3 to every attack you play, she wins it. It's a really unfortunate matchup for him. I mean, he could defend to hell, but I think at one point he realised he was going to deck himself as well. He drew like 14 cards, and then you saw him sit there and count and go, crap.
Yeah, the fact that the Hanji deck's so toolboxy with like the beast time attacks and stuff, it's just a case of what do you stack? Like what do you put on top to get out of his discard pile? There's just no good targets. And then obviously you're not getting the damage you want. You don't care about having Foundation stun as Hanji because he's loading up the re-ready. So it's like
Hanji doesn't care, and even if you're blowing stuff up, you're going to regain life as a mortal shapeshifter, so the 1 and 2 damage you're taking from the attacks is going away instantly. Krista doesn't have a good stat because it's all 4 checks, so it's not really as disruptive as like obviously stacking a 3. Other than like I think Broberg was running a couple of 3s in his deck.
yeah, he was running a few 3s. It was like a mix of 3 balls,
Yeah, it's a wee bit of a mix, but it's still not a great one to go into. But the game was still great to watch. It was still a masterclass on both decks. Travis was showing everyone how to play Krista, pretty much. I like the deck a lot. I just don't like the fact that it has no damage pump in it, but that's a personal preference. And Broberg sat there and showed us all what a 4-check and his 7-hander can do. So it was both two terrific decks and a great final to watch happen. And we all get to look forward to Broberg's character card.
Yeah.
I have to say though, did anybody catch? So, I didn't catch this at the time, but Michael showed me. So when Travis was cycling, I think he was really close to decking out at some point, but it doesn't look like his top card changes like ever when he's shuffling.
I know I think he was maybe 20 or sub 20 cards, but he was shuffling the top. You know the way Gav shuffles, Connor, the top shuffle. I think he caught the top card of his deck between like the back of his fingers, and it didn't really look like it moved.
Yeah.
Then when
it looked like it kept on floating up the way, but
and then
when Broberg cuts though, like
he puts that card back on top after the cut as well. So I mean, obviously no idea if it was just obviously a clear mistake from Travis. It was end of a very long day and just a bad shuffle, but it's obviously
I guess as well, if you've got so few cards to shuffle as well, like probably just hand position, I would imagine. Like I know I'm bad for like clump shuffling, so like I'd imagine I'd probably have something similar.
Sorry, Neil.
I don't imagine any like it was intentional, but it's the fact that Broberg quite clearly picked up on it.
Right.
Yes, that doesn't.
Accordingly.
I mean, it's probably just second nature for Broberg to go, oh, look at the island. I'll just cut that way. Travis probably has got, 25 cards at most left in his deck. And I'm sure everyone shuffled that few cards before where it's like, I'm not shuffling anything. This doesn't feel proper. But Mill 10 is the vast majority regardless. But I was surprised when he went for the draw before that. And he was like, I'll draw like 12 cards. And everyone's going, is that left your deck, Travis? I don't know what you're drawing. But it looks like a fantastic time at Worlds as well. So how was the atmosphere, obviously, during the final at the event, other than Connor moulding in the corner?
Well, oddly enough, like I don't think we actually got to really witness much of the finals because we got to do content shit.
We did.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Fancy. What did you get to do?
So initially, what was presented to me and Emma was they wanted us to open a pre-release for Heroes of Exandria kit, and then
okay.
with other content creators battle against one of the bosses.
Cool. Okay.
And I said, "Fuck that!" Like that only gets one of us in. So
Right.
I basically went up to Gail. I said, "Is there any chance we can just get a pod directly for the Dobbers?" And he says,
Right.
"I'll talk to Tim and see if it's possible." And I says, "Yeah, it's just because obviously there was me, there was Emma, there was Greg, and then there was other people at the house, including like Dan, who after Friday was basically just sitting about and stuff." And I was like,
Yeah.
this would be much cooler if we could get like a full pod going just with us
Yeah.
guys in it." So Tim did say he's got pre-constructed decks. It's good to go for 45 people. So we had the three of us, obviously, and then we got Ben and Dan in as well.
Oh, sweet.
Initially, I was happy to just record, and then Tim was like, no, there is actually a genuine deck for you, so like, I ended up playing Ford.
Cool. How were the decks and what did everyone play? How was it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Was it nice to
Really
touch new
enjoyed
things?
The secret rares are
Oh,
by far the nicest secret rares they've ever released.
Yeah, they're
Like,
very
visually,
pretty.
I'm guessing.
For
Yeah.
everything, just that Earthbreaker one that Emma was running was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. Like it was, I want 4 of it. I will be getting 4 of them. Like,
yeah.
This man is paying money for these 4. Greg will hold them hostage at a high price.
It's fine. I'll take it. No, the cards themselves generally felt really good. The decks that Tim made, I think, worked really well within the confines of the boss battle stuff as well.
Can you tell us what decks you played?
So I played Ford.
Right, okay, other than you. I heard Ford off you, the other two.
I played
Great.
Grog.
You were happy as a pig in mud then.
Oh, I was happy as Larry. I was in my element.
I get to hit things, yay!
I
Emma,
had
were you
the
playing?
fake multiple person. I do
Beauregard.
not know her
Oh.
name.
Oh, Beauregard.
Yeah.
Sweet, sounds like good fun. What did Dan and Ben get with the other decks? Does anyone remember?
Dan had
Dan got Percy.
yeah,
Oh, sweet. I want to build person.
and Ben was on the Allura one.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably those two in Garog are the probably ones I will try and build.
Mhm.
So,
That's
so how were the decks? Good fun. Everyone enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, they were
I
great.
fucking loved it. Like, so I never looked at Ford initially, right? And then
Right.
I never realized how cool, being able to commit and say like the next card you play is from the discard pile is almost like Spell Bolt.
Yeah.
His ultra rare is fucking disgusting. Like, literally, it's a free 5/5 that you just constantly go, I'm not putting this to momentum, this goes to discard, and I am 100% throwing this at you immediately.
Oh, okay.
Or use it as a 1 high block, I think it was as well. Because it's just the next card you play. So it's like, it gives you like, he honestly has like piqued my interest more than I genuinely thought it was going to end up at.
You've never piqued my interest. I've looked the card up now as well.
Yeah, so it's like his one was like the something and Spellbolt. It's a 5 diff 5 something for 5. Does some mad stuff. It worked so well, and the idea of just always having one in the bin, committing him, and then going, cool, I have another attack every turn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I pulled it up here. So it's Spellbolt and Sword Swipe.
That's the one.
So it's got 2 blitzes. The first blitz is pitch a card. If you discard a spell card this way, ready a foundation. If it hasn't ready, if you pitched a weapon, your rival freezes the foundation. And then its other blitzes that each of your attacks with Spellbolt on it gain Frenzy, which is for every attack that's been blocked this turn, your attack is +1 damage. Is
Plus
it?
one
That's
speed,
Frenzy?
plus 1
Yeah.
damage.
Oh, 1/1, right,
1
okay.
1, isn't it?
I haven't seen it played yet, so man. Sweet, that's pretty cool. I'm guessing Grog got to enjoy all of Grog's cards in his deck.
Yeah, a lot of Grog's cards and a lot of the other brutes as well. Like, the deck felt really good, especially at the end, being able to have the secret rare be a lot of damage. I won't say too much just
Oh, you
because
had the
obviously.
secret rare in it.
No, we can have
yeah.
a bit of spoilers.
Fair
that was
enough.
That video is nearly finished. I'll have it finished tomorrow.
I'm gonna say, when does it come out? What we ruining?
No,
Well,
it'll be
so
a
obviously, so we recorded the full boss battle.
Sweet. Oh, sweet, sweet. What boss are we
Yeah.
against? Sorry, Greg. What boss are we up against?
It was
Grog's
Car-
dad.
His
No,
uncle.
uncle. His
Carol?
uncle.
His uncle
Kevdak?
Kevdak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevdak, yeah, his uncle, yeah.
Sweet. I did watch season 1 of Critical Role. After that, I fell away.
Yeah. And honestly,
Nice.
it felt very thematic being the one, like, with
Yes.
Grog, using Grog's rage to finish off the boss.
Yeah.
Felt very thematic.
Very, very cool. It is a very cool fight in the actual show, and Grog does get the final hit as well, and it, so that's really nice. Very
And the
sweet,
fact
guys.
that I got
No.
it to over 40 plus damage felt quite nice as well.
Oof, right, I look forward to seeing this as well. Then this will be very good at that point. Very nice. Did you get to play I Would Like to Rage?
Yeah, that's what led into it.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. Did you just say I would like to rage?
Yes. It was a very polite I would like to rage due to the
Which is
way the
great.
boss battle worked.
Yeah, so I'd like to rage. Wait a bit, then I'll rage.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at him like, does he mean play the card, or is the table getting flipped? Politely. Awesome. I'll really look forward to that. It seems good fun. I am looking forward to the next set coming out. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. As I said, I want to build Percy, so I'm hoping the Percy deck that got played was a cool deck. Trying to decide
It's
which way I
definitely a
want to
lot more
take it.
excited for the set now.
Pardon? I didn't quite hear that.
It's definitely made me a lot more excited for the set after doing the boss battle. I was a bit 50-50 in it, but it's made me a lot more excited.
Nice. Right, well, sounds like a fantastic time. Anyone else play any other side events? Anyone get any like retro? But did you get to keep the? Oh, did you get to keep the cards, or did they just give you a bunch of cards?
No, we got a pre-release kit because that's what was
Oh, you
supposed
got
to
a pre-release
happen.
kit?
You were supposed to use the
Eh.
pre-release kit to build it.
I didn't see that. It's
I
very,
know.
very blurred.
I know. Yeah, we were supposed to use the pre-release kit, make a deck, and then with other content creators, battle against the bosses.
Right.
I just decided very executively that like that
You
was a
just stronged arm
sucky-
yourself
that was
with
just
a different event.
I just didn't like the idea that like the community didn't feel fully part of that as a concept.
Yeah.
And it was way cooler to be able to bring more people in than just me play.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I know. I appreciate. It's very good and very appreciative to bring the rest of the community into it. So that's very cool, man. What was I going to say as well? Then, anyone else play any other side events? Did anyone get any retro or other events in as well?
No,
I
not
didn't
really. Just
I didn't play
Yeah.
any side events per se. However, cause like so me, Mike, and Brett, obviously we're in day 2, so we
Yeah.
were kind of just chilling,
Yep.
listening for the scores and stuff. And Garrett Brett came along, and he had this little card game. It's like tell you the name in a second. Sea Salt and Pepper.
Right.
So it was like a little card game, and basically what you were doing is you were trying to make sets of things, so like sets of penguins, sets of octopus and octopi and stuff.
Right.
But the deck was kind of in the center, and then there was 2 discard piles. So you would either draw 2 from the deck, take 1 hidden to hand, and put the other in one of the 2 discard piles, or take 1 from one of the tops of the discard piles.
Right.
So you're kind of half not knowing what other people are doing, but sometimes like if they just like grab an octopus from one of the discard piles, we're like, well, they're an octopi, and it was
Yeah.
like, so like if you had 2 octopi, you got like X points. If you had 3, and it scaled up. But it was like different things where if you had a shark and a swimmer, so some cards you could play in front of you, and you got to steal a random card from an opponent. And then there was these rainbow cards that there was only 4 in the game, but if someone managed to Exodia them all, then they just
Right.
won. But
Nice.
you were going up to 7 points, and then you could pass, and then everybody counted the amount of points they had, and you do like multiple rounds. But you could be like, I've got 7, but I can go higher before someone else passes and stuff. But
Right, okay then. What's there's a game like that as we each go around the table and say 2, 5, 7, 8, like how many, like what's the highest you can get to kind of thing.
yeah,
Nice, that sounds like good fun.
but I won, so it's the best game ever.
I'm sure I came home and bought it as well.
I really want to buy it. They actually Garrett had asked us later on if we wanted to play this big heavy Euro game, and if we
Right.
weren't doing the boss battle stuff afterwards / going home, I was so tempted.
Oh yeah, you're a big massive board game fan. I imagine you were right in there.
I was like,
No.
oh, I'll take a note of that and maybe buy it at some point.
I wanted to play it. Actually, go buy one. Tries to find his face in the Kallax.
that was
sounds,
good.
sounds like great fun then, guys. And everyone. And then were you all flying back the Monday, or did you fly back the Sunday like Psychopaths?
Monday for me and Connor.
And then I
And a
flew back on
bunch-
Tuesday.
Oh, you flew back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You just enjoyed a day in the sun, did you?
Pretty much, yeah. Just enjoyed a day in the sun. Found a couple of LGSs and just mooched about a bit on the way to the
Oh, nice.
airport. Yeah, it was kind of.
Sounds like good fun. Sweet. Did you have an eventful flight back, or did we get back to the home country
Of course not.
normally? Of
Fuck
course.
travel.
I'm assuming you two
Fuck
didn't. Let me just
travel.
wait, Greg. You flew back normally, yeah? You
Yeah,
flew
my
back
flight
like
was
it.
great. My
That
flight was
sounds
great.
that sounds terrific. What did you two do? Why you stopped detained by border police?
Right, before we go, can we also just quickly mention, because Dan in chat did mention, his plane fucking blew up on the way out.
Oh shit,
I
yeah.
can't believe we forgot that. One of the engines on Dan's flight fucking blew up. It was on the news. I also seen it, Dan. I did check. The engine like blew up and they had to like taxi back, like, and then get on another flight. Just side note, it trumps my flight stories, to be fair. Mine's is just rage.
Well, right. One of you leave and go get Dan. Dan's far more interesting. Go get Dan for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
How
Dan.
does the plane such a bloody hell?
Yeah, it was on the news. Like, it was actively on the news as well.
It's a
Andy
good thing
goes
it
up
was
and-
before it took off. Like,
That's a bonus, yes.
Yeah, you know. So it's always a shit point when the engine blows up and you're like, oh, that's ocean.
Oh, like 30,000 feet up, don't worry about it.
it's okay, we've got some sort of
It's softish.
floatable device.
Yeah, it's fine.
Glad that Dan got to and from the States safely, if he was a wee bit delayed.
To be fair, the fact he's in
Bloody
chat, we now know he's safe back.
Yes. Well, that story beats you too. Did you just have a great fun getting delayed and running the gates again?
Do you know how like it was fun going out, right? It was the same
Uh-huh.
fucking shit going back. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. So we get
When your engine didn't
so
blow up, so not everything.
it
Yeah, that's
fucking
true.
should have.
Wait.
We're in
I
Orlando.
think I was going to embellish the story. Emma, how did Connor make this worse for himself?
We just get hit with delays, to be honest. I think it was like
Yeah.
a domino effect of one delay fucked the next delay. So like
The
everything was just constant.
airplane door needing the engineers to fix it, and because they needed the engineers to fix it, they then needed to fuel up afterwards. So like an hour and a half later,
Yep.
like I don't know, maybe they just left the plane
Emma
in
also
stall.
missed out the fact that the fucking stupid terminal thing, the device that tells you where your gate is, gave us the wrong fucking one.
Oh
Ooh,
my
that's another-
god!
There was two flights with the same fucking time. So I was like, so it's obviously, so we had to like, we ran to E8. No, what was it? We ran to like D12 or something, right? Which is the
Right.
other side of the fucking airport. And then when we were checking in, she goes, no, use it for E something at 12:30. And I went, I want to die now.
Yeah.
Like, we fucking ran because we were like, we seen it saying final boarding. And like,
Yeah.
the Orlando flight fucked us because it got delayed leaving
Right.
by half an hour. So it chunked into the time of us getting to the next gate kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
So that delay caused the initial, I'm going to kill myself. We get to the next bit, get told this isn't your flight, and I kind of wanted to just push my way on, and be like, it is now. I'm away home. Arrest me at the next gate. Like, so we end up like then the only saving grace to then getting told we weren't on that one was we had like a solid half hour where we could. Well, I walked,
Power walk.
Emma marched, I crawled, aggressively crawled. Like I was
up, Emma was panicking.
because we had to sprint and we didn't get assistance with the fucking inner trains because when we were going down, I seen that we'd missed them all. So then you're talking like
Right.
10 minutes to get it back, and then I was like, we'll still miss it if we wait. We have to run.
Yeah.
So we got on that
Oh.
flight, and then the fucking door wouldn't shut. And I went, right, so we had 3.5 hours in Heathrow, right?
Yep.
Which, because of this fucking door, right, they should have just
It's like
said, keep your fucking seatbelt on, we're fucking taking off. That's what should have happened, right? Might be a bit
Open the
windy.
door.
If you've got asthma like me, you might not make it, but it's worth the trip, right? And instead, they said, no, for safety reasons, we've got to fix this. An hour and a fucking half, they finally fix it, and we take off. So now we had 3.5 hours chunked straight down to 2. And
Yep.
we also didn't have a full confirmation, right, of that first guy at the gate of, is our bags going straight to Glasgow or do we have to recheck them in? His answer was, maybe. And I went, fuck me, that doesn't help in the slightest. But if we
Get
had...
them for a stupid
Yeah.
sticker.
Oh yeah, and then I lost him immediately in security.
You've got to make it home without making it harder for yourself.
Also, bear in mind, going through security, I got fucked with like another family that just like, so I had my bag and then one other box, and I think what happened was when I picked up the box, they fell out at that point. That's when I genuinely think I lost them, but it was because I should have had one box instead of 2. So when we get to Heathrow,
brilliant.
like we ended up being like, right, we got off the flight. We know we're heavily delayed. We had to wait for the stupid bus because we can't have trains in fucking London. So we had to be stupid inner bus that took a fucking end of the
We
earth
can't
amount of
build at
time.
high speed. What's the chances we can build a train in an airport?
So we get into the terminal, and then it was going through customs / security part.
That should have been dead easy, your UK citizens.
I wish. We
Yes.
got partially lucky, I think. We had 2 angels show up out of nowhere. I'm convinced.
Oh,
they're
give us
angels.
the extra bit.
I am
But
convinced.
everyone was so slow.
Everything was
You-
slow. Yeah.
Like when you're on a bus and you're like, I had to be here by X time. When at every
Yeah.
stop, somebody gets on, somebody gets off. There's
Yep.
prams. There's
Yeah.
but
People
like it was
existing
just
annoyed me that day.
yeah.
So we get to like the terminal, like to the security point, and when we're waiting, Emma jumps to the toilet, and as she's away, this absolute angel came up to me and she goes, "Are you on flight 1505?" And I went, "Yes." And she goes, "You can skip this entire section, go that way." And Emma hadn't come back yet, so I was like, God damn it. Like the pearly gates are going to shut and I'm going to be stuck in this fucking queue if she doesn't get back. And then they let us straight through. Like, so we did the fucking scan your passport and you're through, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Right? And then sprint through, and then there was a box of people at the wee security bit, and I went, this is going to take
Yeah.
ages.
Like
And
this
then-
guy just said, I'm slowly taking my belt off. Now I'm going to
Aye.
take these things out of my
Oh,
bag.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I forgot about that. Aye.
Was he English by any chance?
He was an arsehole. I don't know what nationality he was, right? But he
It's one of the
literally
things-
he doubled back and took another box, went, "Oh, I forgot my belt." And I was like, just go through and get shot. Like, get out my road. Like... So then we were waiting on this queue, and some other angel came up, and she was like, "Oh, are you for this flight?" And I went, "Yes." And she let us through to another section. Like, the people slow as fuck, but we did cut like a chunk. And then Emma, what happened? Then what did you have to go and do?
Because both of my containers got checked.
Okay.
Not just like the little straight through, but like into the little scanner machine nonsense.
We've got 20 minutes to catch our flight.
Yeah. One of them was the cards that was now in my carry-on because the stupid family size box of cereal from America meant it wouldn't fit in my suitcase anymore.
What cereal was it?
Captain Crunch.
Acceptable. Continue.
This is details I didn't know.
Becca has good cereal. Captain Crunch is a good one.
It's not a bad one to be fair.
They check that. They also on the way there, the same bottle of medicine that I have that got successfully went through on the way in,
No.
didn't pass on the way back because it was too big, and I didn't realise nobody told me on the way in, but it passed that way. So I was like double securityed.
Right.
I'd managed to put my shoes on in time all this fluff happened, so that was okay. And then we had to absolutely bolt it down. Like the wee women were like, "Well, I was calling your name. We were calling your name for ages. What were you weren't going to make it?"
I was just trying to grab this wee woman and threw her out a window and kept going onto the plane.
I nearly went through the window. The door hadn't even fully opened and I was through it.
Oh, man.
And then we sat on a bus for 10 minutes before we got to the airplane.
I know. Then there was a fucking delay.
You just trying to use all modes of public transport in the one day.
We weren't even the last fuckers on the bus.
Oh my god.
Oh, God, you could have had more of an adventure.
You wanted to fly for regionals, bloody hell.
I'm not getting the same flight as you.
One plane.
You two can do their own thing.
It's layovers.
It's-
Layovers are
aye.
the devil.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go from Glasgow to London. If there's a layover, you did something wrong.
I mean, we're not going Glasgow to Manchester. No, Glasgow to Edinburgh to Manchester to London.
If you want to spend more
that's-
money, yes. If you want to spend 40 quid, get an easy jet.
I'm going to
Literally.
get a private jet and a parachute. I'm going straight there.
No, I want one of the chairs Mike had.
Oh yeah, the fun to be. So that was one of
Fancy,
the one of the
fancy, first class.
upgrading to first
Ooh.
class. I had miles that I could have used, but I would have felt bad because I only had enough for me to upgrade. But I was very tempted at one point.
So Mike by himself in first class, lording it
Yeah.
over everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said this is like his one gift to himself that he's going
Fair
to pay
enough.
off for the rest of the year.
Well, it is expensive. It's funny though. Is if you go for like economy seat, like £500. Business class, £1,000. First class, $2,000.
Yeah.
This fucking just keeps increasing. It's wild. I consider when I thought about going to Japan, I was like, that's a long ass flight. How much is like going up in like the classes? And I'm back to no legroom.
Oh,
Ah, well, since-
we get cheeky free legroom on, was it the Miami
The
flight?
Miami flight,
Because
yeah.
we were the people that everyone would look at to like protect them in case of an emergency.
Are you in the emergency line?
So
I know
when
that-
we were there, we were one of the what they would call scum that gets assigned seats at the end, and
Right.
and they says we need 2 people to sit at the emergency door, and I went, that's fucking us, let's go. So before she even asked the question, I was like, yes, ma'am, put me in that seat, and she was like, oh right, okay, that worked out well.
Greg, let me explain. If something had actually happened, Emma would have frozen, fully in
Uh-huh.
shock. Connor would have opened the door and left. I'd shut the door behind him
Oh,
to make
100%.
sure no one else could have left,
100%.
to make sure that he's safe.
In fact, no, I would have dragged the mechanic and said, this is how the door fucking shuts, and then left the burning plane.
Yes, we are
You see-
responsible adults.
Yes, no, you're not. You're both.
I definitely should not have been in that seating arrangement. Like,
No, Emma has to be responsible adult. She has a house. Connor, I don't know about.
I mean, I
legally.
am the only one that read the security manual on every fucking plane on the way there and the way back.
She said, I put my headphones in and went to sleep.
He's probably going to do it again when we fly to London later as well. 40-minute flight.
Oh man.
Oh, sounds like everyone had a fantastic weekend. And after your adventures of getting back in Greg's really relaxed trip, for some weird reason, I don't know what he did wrong.
Mhm.
I mean, you can no longer shuffle, so
That is
you
true.
Yeah,
need
this is
some good
true.
luck.
Yeah.
What have you done to your hand? So you've got your fingers all tied up.
Tell the
Yeah.
story. Name
Did
and
it
shame.
all.
Name and shame.
So,
Who hurt you, Greg?
the second day, we're in the pool and just throwing a basketball about this, that, and the other. And I get a basketball thrown at me, try to catch it. Finger goes all the way back.
Ooh.
And then black bruise, this, that, and the other for a week. Have it go to CVS, they're like, oh, that's pretty bad. You want a splint for it? And was like, yeah, I'd like a splint. Oh, well, we don't sell them here. I was like, right, okay, cool.
Why did you bring up?
And then Ben finds one anyway, so I was like, well, they've lied to me, so never mind. So bought a few, and then came back, and they were like, oh yeah, your finger's fucked.
Oh, well, was it broken, or did you rip all the tendons or something in it?
Rip the tendons, bone. Basically, I've got what's called a mallet fracture, where the tendons are ripped out a chunk of my joint, my bone.
Oh.
That's the good
So there's a chance I might not be able to ever bend my finger again, but we'll see.
So who did this to you and how much do they owe you?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, who did it to you? Who threw the ball? Who has to shuffle all decks for you for the rest of their life?
I'm not name dropping.
Ask Connor later.
It was Nathan. He's a bastard. He's damaged the Dobbers prized possession of Greg.
Wait, Squire can make it back up. He can make tablet really well.
True,
yes.
Yeah.
I should think the Scottish lot are fine with paying Greg by giving us tablet.
I'm going to be partial for the rest of my life now.
Oh, there's too many jokes. I'm going to go in that.
Oh, trust me.
I'm sure you've had fun with it the first week.
Oh yeah. Oh.
No, I'm going to say. I'll leave it alone. Ooh, well, we're on to the next set coming out soon, as you all said. Was it Heroes Alexandria or Hex? I'm seeing people call it around about, which is fairly good. So you guys all get to play it and have played it, and I'm assuming, as you said, you're all much more excited for the set now. But other than the characters you played at the event, because we're just going to be different, is there anyone you're looking forward to if you've looked at the set?
Grog.
Yeah, Emma gets that because she didn't play Grog. Connor can't say Grog.
I can't legally say Grog because I've been saying Grog for like the last 6 months. But I will say Ford is probably heavily up there now after playing him.
Yeah.
Cool. Greg? Jester?
I mean, kind of, but more so like I like the look of Scanlan.
Yeah, Scanlan looks cool.
Caleb looks insane for me. I think Caleb's fantastic.
Caleb's going to be really not interesting. Caleb's going to sit and do a lot of bullshit and explode you.
Yeah.
It's probably what Caleb's going to do.
Yep. That's the plane.
I do generally think Grog's terrifying. -2 damage on every attack that hits him, and then, oh no, it's my turn, you're fucked.
Yeah. Oh, he's fantastic. He was such good fun to play.
You can imagine. I'm looking forward to the set myself, so it should be good. And we also have, and I know I'm not going to say it quietly so we don't get it banned preemptively, we get a way to commit characters in the next set.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
We get Scanlan's hand to just slap someone.
Madness.
I know, terrible. And it's not like every single mage character, including Caleb, gets access to it.
No.
Well, technically,
Details.
anyone gets access to it if you run the backup that makes you a mage.
True.
Yeah.
You need to be a mage to play it?
I don't know. You said that. I've not read the cards.
No, I didn't.
You said every mage will be playing it. I don't know.
Because it's on Chaos. Every mage has Chaos.
Nice.
That's the theme.
I'm going to be turning off characters as Godzilla.
Yeah, it's spend a momentum, commit your opponent, your rival's character, and said, oh no, you're a defensive character. Commit
That's
it.
going to be so good. Determined advancement. Oh, you thought I was using that momentum for that? Nah, ha, ha, ha. My checks are already good.
The card does get stuck in your pool unless you're like one of the 7 mage characters in the next set who discards cards anyway.
Oh no, one in my pool, Godzilla.
Oh no, Aluna, more momentum.
Oh, damn. Anyway.
Anyway. Right. Next set's looking good. I'm hoping it obviously changes things up quite a lot because it will change things quite a lot. Everyone find all your good zero diff foundations,
And
kiss
bin
them,
them.
and put them in the deck, the long box. It will never be opened again in its life because they're all gone.
Yep.
I hope you like zero diff foundations that do nothing from AOT.
Yeah,
I'm going to enjoy my free build and like it.
Pretty much, right. There is also...
Squadrons for £50 each, probably.
Yeah, there will be. I'm glad I think I've got 5, which is annoying, but I've got a few of them. So unless there's zero diffs in the starter decks, there is no zero diff foundations in the next set.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Which is wild to me, but alright. This is I don't know why even the zeros.
I think
So,
this
yeah,
is it. Oh, sorry. I'll let somebody go.
Right.
No, you're up, Greg.
I was going to say I
Somebody-
get it.
Emma, go.
I wasn't talking, I was just. They both stopped and were like, after you, kind sir.
Right, fine. Greg, go.
I do get it with the whole, like, obviously zero diffs have inherently been strong since My Hero came out. And, like, to the point where when we were in set 1, it was a case of, like, oh, I'll commit that release instead of that 3 diff or that 2 diff. It was like... It was
Release
crazy,
lived in its own problem bracket. Release was fucking dumb from the get-go.
I feel like it's one of those where, for me, I think the perfect zero diffs, what I think the game should have was like the Godzilla decks. They have a slight benefit, but they're not terrible.
Yeah, and they flip.
Like,
They do a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other one is like
the AOT ones where it's just like, oh, it's blank, does nothing.
Yeah, I'm not putting it in my deck then because it does nothing. It doesn't advance anything. Like surviving the final is my favourite zero diff because it's like once per turn minus the speed. We do the thing and then it gets committed.
Also,
your zero diff.
coaching.
And Botan's coaching is the only good foundation left. It's a good zero diff that has left in standard because we all have multiple copies of better Botan's coaching.
Voice of reason.
They'll all be sad and retro. That's right. So the next set's looking cool. I'll be interested to see what a lot of people do with these characters because they're all very different, and I like to see if I don't like backups, but I'll be interesting to see if anyone like Caduceus or anyone takes off with them because there's a lot coming out and they build around it, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
There's a big me hosting this the entire time. Apparently, it's Corder's 12 pod, like actual streams. I don't know what he's doing for the rest of this.
Turning it off. I've been at work.
That's terrific. I can eat dinner at last then. I can finally eat dinner and put the rest in the fridge, is what tell me.
So I think the only thing we probably all should mention, more for our local scenario, is a pre-release for Heroes of Exandria. I think everyone should push to do boss battles as the pre-release events.
If you get pre-releases.
If you get pre-releases, I think it was the funnest way to play Universes in a long time.
Oh, definitely.
It was just fun. Like I think it was the fact you just got to enjoy it with people as well.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've said before, I can get like 10 people playing games simultaneously in my new flat. So if I can like pretend to be a store, I can get stuff in.
Why not?
Ben's getting out.
Going big to Gale, please. Nothing in Scotland runs anything.
You need Prada.
No, that being said, I mean, I haven't been in a few weeks. I don't know if the Geek Retreat has bothered to do anything again since that one time they did an event.
Enjoy them being like, oh hey, it's 4:00. Would you just like to do an event now? No, we wouldn't.
That's a bit late, yeah. That's I need to catch a train soon.
It's a smidge late.
Yeah, just a little.
Just
well, I mean, I'm looking to get games at this weekend at the very least. If not in town, then people can come over. I don't mind.
Not a bad option.
You coming, Greg?
Hey, come on if you want, Greg. Have a really comfy couch and crash if you like.
Depends which day, but probably.
What was it? Saturday when I would play? So
Saturday.
I'm doing nothing Saturday or Sunday. So if people want to come over for a bunch of games, feel free. I'm not doing anything either day currently. Greg, if you want to come up, I have a lovely couch you can crash on. Unless you leave the same day. But, I don't know, Connor, was there anything else? I don't want to sign out your own fucking stream for you.
No, no.
I don't know.
I think that's the majority of everything for this week. Unless anyone can think of anything else.
Nope.
Not UVS related, no.
That's fine. That's fine. I think going forward, I quite like a Sunday 9 PM stream. Don't know about anyone else. I quite like the idea of maybe doing a few more of these style podcast topic videos on Twitch. Numbers looked great. I think it just in general was a cool. It seems to have worked, other than the fucking one crash. We'll ignore that, right? You won't see that in the VOD. But like, if other people want to do this more often, I think this might be something we attempt to do a little bit more often.
I would like to try and do it. Yeah. I think it'd be good for us, obviously, just keep a bit more abreast of the current. Like, not that everyone will be in the same podcast all the time, but chatting amongst other people, because mentioned like we haven't seen Pony play, but Pony was a fucking menace at Worlds. It's better to like a chat and like maybe discuss what's happening more broadly as well, which is not bad.
Just
And
you wait till
play
next
as well.
week.
Yeah. Technically,
please
I'm off next week, so we can figure it something. Dan in chat says would be good to do boss battles at the RLE, which I 100% will be.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
If that's
That'll
a
be
side
fantastic.
event, I'm all in on that.
Aye.
But
Is the set out in like 2 weeks
2
now?
it's
weeks.
out in about 2 weeks, yeah. Drops March 7th.
Pre-release
something like
is
that.
next
Yeah,
week.
next weekend.
Yeah,
It's
think.
it's the
Pre-releases.
7th. It's a weekend Friday.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Get your
Hope everyone's got the
boxes in.
pre-orders in because I don't.
Nope.
I needed to find out how well I was doing at Worlds before I bought a box. I only need to buy 3 now.
Bad. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, Connor, again, I feel like I need to end your stream for you, but I don't want to.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Obviously, everyone from the Dobbers, appreciate you all watching. The numbers were great. I hope people do enjoy this so we can do this more consistently. I think probably going forward, it's more than likely going to be on this channel where you'll get the Dobber podcast, though, as it's got the biggest following, and there may be a change to content stuff within UVS games. So this might be the kind of platform going forward, at least for the podcasty stuff, and then it'll go to the Dobbers YouTube channel itself. So if you miss this, it will be uploaded probably in the next couple of days. I'll have a quick run through it tomorrow, make sure it's good to go, and then I'll upload it hopefully for tomorrow. But I think that's basically everything, everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. No, we don't. Just turns everything off. Just leaves the call.
Hangs up, walks away. Doesn't end stream, just leaves it.
Elaborate.
I don't want to mic drop. My mic is too heavy.
Mine's just connected to an arm and stuff. I can't do it.
Just slap it. Greg just ends call on his phone.
No.
Yeah, that's basically everything though for the night. As I say, we'll try and do more of these more consistently. The aim so far, I think, is to try and get like a video a week done, even if it includes just doing these type topic videos. As such, it's going to be something. We'll do more deck profiles and stuff like that. I will get Greg to do more at some point because he actually builds decks. I don't. We shouldn't trust me.
Don't know if I go that far.
We can't trust me.
Or me.
There's a standard that we shouldn't lower myself to, and that's mine's.
I'd say I have decent ideas that take maybe a couple of weeks to iron out, but
I'm going to ask about. So we at the Dobbers have been doing a retro league as well. I'm going to ask the people playing in it if they don't mind me doing update videos on how the weeks have been going in.
That'd be good.
And maybe highlight like one of the decks from each week as well.
Yeah.
I've not asked yet. They might say no if they do. I'll twist a few arms and we'll
we
do
haven't. Oh, we haven't played our game this weekend. I
Yeah.
don't want to play the game at 11 o'clock at night, so
it. It's fine. It's a Devour
I don't
deck.
mind
I've
just
got
saying
built.
it's a draw then, because I don't really mind.
I don't mind either.
Cool.
This week was one of those kind of like catch-22s with everything going on. So like it is what
Yeah,
it is.
when he posted the paintings, when my opponent's currently at Worlds, I'll give him a chance. And I do not have a deck built for this week unless you want to play Tina or something, but I can't be arsed at this time of night.
I've got Devourer built, so
Lovely.
so it'll not
love
be fun
Devourer.
for either of us. Righto. So let's actually sign out though. Bye. No. Thank you everyone for watching. As I say, this will go on the Dobbers YouTube channel. I've not done it yet, but I'll do it for next stream. I will get the links connected so that the Dobbers YouTube channel has a link. Currently, if I do socials, it only sends you to my personal ones. So I'll get that updated for next time. And as normal, we'll post up on the UK pages and stuff like that when the video goes live. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and we shall see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.